Hello and very warm welcome everyone. This is Marta. I am back after a month of the break, so I'm super excited and I hope you will enjoy this video. This is a part of the vlog hub which I previously take part many times before. This is always a great pleasure for me to join the team of wonderful crafters and be able to present my inspiration for the preferred chosen topic for the month. Because it's a sunshine and showers, I had this idea to create a lovely, nice big card which will be having a little bit of everything. To be honest, I haven't been crafting for such a long time that I wanted to do everything, and probably this card will be a little bit excessive with on the top with everything, but I'm just super excited and I am enjoying this creative process, and I'm super thankful that I could be back to sharing my ideas with you. I hope you will enjoy it, and let's move on to the card. Because it's a big card, I've decided it's gonna be a 8x8 size. I didn't have any pre-made card bases, so I am making one from A4 size card. And actually my card will have 21 by 21 centimeters, so this is 8 inches and a quarter. I did that only because I was a little bit lazy here and I didn't want to trim the other side of the card. I just thought, okay, I just keep it on the same width as A4 size paper. So this is a top hinge opening card, nothing too difficult. This is something I'm doing from time to time whenever I don't have pre-made card bases, and it doesn't bother me. This little joining section in the middle area of the card, I'm usually adding some extra paper for inside of my card, so that will be just cover, so no one will see it that this is a join card. And even if someone see it, it's fine. This is a something which we made with our hands, so this only proving that this is work of a piece of art made from the heart. Now I have this blue color paper. These are very old papers. I have them for a couple of years. I used to work with the Polish design team called CRAFTSTASH, and I do have a large stack of their papers, so I thought I'm gonna play with it a little bit. I have this tattered lace text embossing folder, and this one, although it says like it's 8 inches, 8x8 inch size, when I emboss my paper, I had this white border all around which I didn't like, so I'm slightly trimming it just to get rid of this white space, unembossed area from the paper. And once I trim it, I thought, this blue frame is a little bit too large for me. I usually like when they are very narrow, the matting and layers, I usually keep them pretty narrow, so I've decided to back my embossed paper with a little bit of the yellow paper, and this is very old carbon paper I have. So I just grab the piece and then I use my pencil just to eye sketch mark myself 2 points where I'm supposed to cut it, so I could have this nice a little bit of the yellow coming through from underneath this embossed paper. And as you can see, this is very quick and easy to create the nice background for the focal element. There is something here because although it's simple, there is a lot of it texture coming from the embossing folder, and there's also a little bit of the blue and yellow as for the inspiration for this month block hub. As always, I wanted to let you know that all the videos for the friends who are taking part in this month blog hub, they are listed down below in the description area. So I am encouraging you, once you finish watching this video, please have a look, check their channels as well. Make sure you subscribe and give a like to the videos, because this is a huge help for all of us creators, and for me especially. Like with this video, I am coming back after a few months, so if you will hit the like, copy the link for sharing it, that will be a huge help to revive my YouTube channel, because I haven't been posting anything for a month. And the reason behind that is that I moved to another country. I moved away from UK, and I also moved to the country area, and I just had to wait for my internet connection to be complete, because in the area we live, I don't have a chance to Wi-Fi. I had to apply for this fiber optic, this cable to be put through, and that's taken a little bit of the time in the area where we live. So that's why I haven't been able to share any videos with you before. Now, I use a little bit of the double-sided foam tape to back up this embossed area, and the other one, the blue background, I just put flat on the card. This 8x8 paper I have, I thought I will cut it into little square, and that will help me to build an umbrella. My idea for the card is to create this lovely dimensional umbrella, which will be showered with flowers and things I like. So I thought it will be a good idea. I have some papers, and I'm trying to decide which side I like the most. I thought at first moment I thought this one will be a little bit too dark, but when I turned the other paper, because they both double-sided, when I turned them upside down, I think now this is way too pale. It doesn't have this nice differentiation between the shades, so I've decided I'm gonna go with the darker one. And the whole trick to build the umbrella is to create a couple of the cones, which are very easy to do when you have those like square pieces of the paper. I do recommend you, if you will decide to make this type of the card for yourself, make sure that the paper you are using is not too stiff. I would rather go with the thinner paper, because it's very easy to fold and it's not gonna be creasing on you. If you're using the paper which is slightly thicker, make sure you roll it up. You can use like a paintbrush or marker. Anything round will come with the help to help you to break the fiber in the paper, and that will prevent it from creating those ugly creases. I've decided I'm gonna use a 6-part, 3 of each design, and here you can see I'm just rolling it on the paintbrush, and once I finish I will be gluing them into those like kind of the ice cream cones. I would say that make sure you really squeeze this little tip on the bottom, just to make sure that they will roll out nicely. Here you can see I'm trying to see what size, like, so they all gonna be pretty much the same width, so they're not gonna be different, and that's why I'm rolling. I'm trying to eyeball it, see how to glue them down. And then I thought I'm gonna grab the ruler and mark myself around 4 centimeters, and this little dot will help me to make sure that they all will look the same. This is just a little tip. If you're making those cones, that will really help you out. So at the end they're gonna be, look similar. And I'm using the hot glue. I could probably do with the liquid glue, but I am impatient. I just wanted to dry quickly so I could move on to another part of the card, and hot glue is really working nice. You just have to be very careful to not burn your fingers. I think mine, with the years of crafting, they become a little bit like heat resistant, so I can tolerate a little bit of the hot glue on my finger. But if you're using the umbrella, please be careful. And I had 6 of those cones and I've decided it's way too much, so I wanted to use the 5. But to be honest, if I would be redoing this card back again, I would probably use only 4, or I will just make them a little bit smaller, because I think the umbrella was open up too wide, but you will see it in a minute. Now all I have to do is just to trim them down, so to be a little bit like circular on the top. So I'm just cutting off this like a triangle point on the top. It's very easy. There's no, nothing difficult in that. You just have to follow this top line and make sure they kind of be the same length at the end. So as you can see here, I've tried to squeeze this 6th piece, but I thought no, it's too much, and I've decided to switch them, so I will have 3 lighter and then 2 darker. But I think for the next umbrella, if I will just go with only 4 pieces instead of a 5. But still, I'm super happy and super proud of how it all turned out. I have this piece of the lacy ribbon, very old. I'm not sure where I even have it from, and I thought it will be a good idea to to use it on the top of those umbrella pieces, so that way I have this nice finish. It's not gonna be just like cut paper, but it's just done in nice way. And most of those like very fancy, like old-fashioned umbrellas, they have those lacy pieces around, so I thought it will be looking nice. For the handle of my umbrella, I've decided to freehand to make it. I didn't have any dye, and I do have umbrella dye, but it's way smaller, so that would be even I would not make a use of it. So I've decided to cut a little piece and then to hand draw the handle. You can see it's very simple, very easy, and if you're unsure, if you can always try to see on the computer, look for some drawings on the Google, then you can print a little bit of the sketch for yourself and then trace it, but it's nothing difficult. Everyone can do it, and I assure you those cardboard elements, they are huge help for any crafty projects you can do. You can create Christmas bubbles, trees, eggs for your Easter decoration. So many things you can do with the pieces of the cardboard. You just can pencil on it, draw whatever you'd like, and then just cut it out. And these cardboard, this is compressed cardboard. It's like a beer mat. You can find them many places. I think I was buying the last one I'm using here. I was buying on the eBay, so have a quick look if you're interested. Or you can use the cardboard boxes like after cereals or something. They will be working fine as well. Now, for my pieces, to make them be more, similar to what I need, I've decided to go with the embossing powder. And for this metal, handle, like this metal long piece on the umbrella, I've decided to use the silver powder. So that will be like a metal kind of a look. And then for the handle, I just use this SIZZIX. It's kind of a shiny embossing powder in a blue color shade, and you're not gonna see it here, but I actually made 2 layers. So I've covered it once, heat set the powder, and then I redo it exactly the same colors, just because I think especially for the metal looking elements, the double layer of the silver embossing powder, it's really make them look more metallic, I would say. And here you can see how pretty much this umbrella will look like, and all I have to do is just assemble it and dress it up with these elements I was showing you at the beginning of the video. I'm basically gluing everything using the hot glue, but you can also use any other liquid type of the glue or medium gel. That will be working fine as well. And here, once you adding the glue to the cones, make sure you kind of be pressing them onto the paper, but also add a little bit of the glue to the side so they will be joined together as well. You can see it here. I'm just adding one part of the glue to the back side of the cone, and then a little bit of the glue to the side as well, so they all join together. And here you can see I'm trying to be as even as possible, but I don't think I've just make it right. It's a little bit moved to one side, but it doesn't matter. Once I put all the decoration, all the embellishment to dress it up, it will look lovely as well. As I am recording this video, you probably noticed that I'm start looking for some words. It's been a few months. I haven't been recording anything in English, so I just feel like my tongue, my language become a little bit rusty. So please, I hope you don't mind it. But I'll try to improve myself for the next video, definitely. I think I've just, came out of the practice because I haven't recorded anything. I've decided for the umbrella to dress it up on the top with this little button, but I will change it a little bit later because I think this one is too small to gather all the points. There's a 5 points from this cones, and I think they're kind of sticking out a little bit, so I'm just gonna add a little extra piece to the of the lacy ribbon later on. Here I do have this florist sizzle. This is just this extra layer which helped me to build up the composition. This is also a great filler because you're not gonna see anything from the background from underneath your composition, and it also gives you this extra dimension. And I've noticed that whenever I'm going for those big flourish composition, it's way easier to put them up on the sizzle. I'm just thinking, like, from my experience, that it's just making it a little bit easier to work when you have to fill the large area with the floral composition, and sizzle is always give you this extra cushion and extra filler to any composition you will make. You can see here I have a little selection of the handmade foam flowers, and if you like them, if you would like to know how did I create them, there's a whole section of the videos on my YouTube channel. If you go to the main page, you will find this floral, there's a playlist with all the like handmade flower videos, so if you're interested you can have a quick look there, and I am explaining everything, what tools I'm using for foam flowers and how do I make them step by step. So I encourage you to check it if you like to see a little bit more about the flowers. These were made not long ago. I was creating them for another project, and then I had a couple extra left over, and quite lucky they were all kind of a yellowish color, so I thought they will be just matching here perfectly. I use 3 different size of the leaves. One, there's a white lacy one, this green, and there's a little darker filler with tiny little leaves. I always like to use a different type of the greenery to fill up my composition, because I just think that they are looking way better if you have some differentiation. If you would like to add some additional depth to your floral elements, I do recommend you to cut them out from the designer paper, or maybe if you're using the coloring color, rather than cut them from the plain green color cardstock, make some splatters, add couple the shades of the different color, like a green, maybe use some smooshing technique on a paper. If you will have this different, like, different color leaves, they will be looking way more natural than if you will just cut them from the green color cardstock, like a plain cardstock. This is my tip for making composition. I always like to enhance them, and adding few different color leaves, this is always a great way for doing that. And as you can see, I am adding plenty of flowers, plenty of leaves. I'm really building this nice composition, and I think this type of the card is either to be done, in person, or maybe like in a greeting box, or that will be a great idea also for creating this like a home decor piece. Make it, more sturdy, like put it on a frame or something. And for the final touch, you can see here I am changing this little piece. I was just I couldn't concentrate on the other side of the card because I was keep staring on this button, on this little like a half pearl on the bottom, thinking like, this is too small. I just needed to do something else to cover up those little, ends of these cones, and I've decided to add additional layer of the trim for that. So I've took the X-Acto knife. I've just cut out this pearl gently, trying to not rip off the umbrella, and now I am adding this additional leftover piece from the same lace, and I think this is really makes it looks lovely, and it's way more finished than what it was before. I am just adding a little piece of the hot glue, and then I'm using this tool to just stick it underneath so it will look like it was done before. And then I am reattaching the pearl, and last thing I'm gonna put is a little bit of the sentiment, but I also want to add a couple extra bits here just to enhance it a little bit. And then because the theme of today's vlog is sunshine showers, I'm gonna add a couple of these like a water drops. This is just a clear acrylic drops, and then I'm just gonna scatter them here and there so they will resemble the rain, so the whole card will be very springful, very cheerful, and it's something I'm super excited because I do love making floral compositions, so I really enjoy this making this card. And at the end you're gonna see a couple of the close-up photos, and then when I was showing this card to my family, my 5-year-old son actually says that this umbrella, it's upside down, should be other way around. So I also put it on the other way around. So let me know once you see the final photos. Please let me know which version looks better for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give a like, say hi in a comment. I always like to reading your comments as well, and don't forget to follow up the other videos on a blog hub. I should be coming back with another video hopefully very soon, so if you don't want to miss it, definitely hit the subscription button and notification bell so you're not gonna miss it. I am wishing you all a wonderful day. Stay blessed, and bye bye.